You two are married.
So Adventure Time is a show full of romance and love. Finn has two major arcs relating to how he manages his crushes. Jake and Lady Rainicorn are really freaky, if you know what I mean.
You can phase people into your body?
당연하지. 난 제이크랑 항상 한 몸이 되는데.
And PB and Marceline are immortal lesbians. All these ships are cool and all, if you're into that sort of thing. But there is one ship in Adventure Time that stands above the rest. One ship that genuinely surprised me by how powerfully simple it was. And I'm not talking about Betty and Simon. No, I'm talking about the most adorable ship in this show, Rootbeerguy x Cherrycreamsoda. If you want to support me and the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe, as well as follow me on these social media platforms. Thank you. Now back to the video. Now claiming Rootbeerguy and Cherrycreamsoda are the best ship in Adventure Time is a pretty bold claim, so I'll be working overtime to defend it. In 3 basic points, I'll prove that they are in fact the greatest ship in the show. A lot of ships in Adventure Time have one fatal flaw. They're extremely inconsistent. For example, we know from day 1 that Finn is madly in love with Princess Bubblegum.
Now that Ricardio's gone, you don't have to be jealous of anyone anymore.
Yet we literally go seasons with little to no development on this. And this ship pretty much goes nowhere. Because PB is like a bajillion years older and smarter than Finn, and a not-so-secret lesbian. Yes, they did use this pathetic ship to brilliantly dovetail into Finn's next love interest.
She's an unstoppable force of destruction. Nothing a psycho like you can handle.
With Lady and Jake, their actual relationship was awesome, but inconsistent in other ways. Watching the show, you're never quite sure what stage of development their relationship is in. And Lady's not exactly the most often recurring character in the show. By the time they have children, I'm guessing the writers wrote themselves into a corner too, as they hardly even pretend that these two are gonna live together and raise their kids together.
I'm gonna live with Lady and the pups from now on.
2 hours later.
It turns out the pups can pretty much take care of themselves. They don't really need me around.
I won't say that this didn't make for some surprisingly relatable fun and interesting moments throughout the show though.
I am pregnant!
I'm puppies?
Rootbeerguy x Cherrycreamsoda avoids a lot of these inconsistency problems completely though. Yeah, you could claim that they're cheating a little bit, seeing as they were literally created for one another specifically, but somehow they still manage to feel very genuine and sweet. Now Rootbeerguy and Cherrycreamsoda are in a stable relationship just like Jake and Lady, but the difference is that they get a really coherent arc. Adventure Time takes this time and allows us to see their day-to-day in a good amount of detail.
Bonsoir, monsieur. Would you like me to turn down the bed?
Rootbeerguy is just an average everyday Joe, stuck in a dead-end job, surrounded by mediocrity. His wife, Cherrycreamsoda, is similar, but they both find happiness and fulfillment in each other despite this. Happy photographs of them together adorn the walls of their house. And when Cherrycreamsoda notices Rootbeerguy's obsession with his novel and how it is affecting him, she's worried and concerned.
You need to eat something before you go to work. I miss you at night. Sometimes I think you love that novel of yours more than you love me. You've been working on it every night for 10 years, and for what? Look at me, Rootbeerguy. I'm a Cherrycreamsoda, and I have the same needs as any other Cherrycreamsoda.
Their arguments feel real, like something many of us have likely had in real life. Cherrycreamsoda is madly in love with her husband and gets very shaken at his obsessive behavior, both with his novel and with his crime case. He fails to realize these problems, however, and in real life, sometimes we can be very bullheaded and ignore the way our actions affect the people that we love. But Cherrycreamsoda sees it for what it is. Her man needs a purpose in life, a reason to get out of the bed in the morning and accompany her to bed at night. Once Rootbeerguy does finally find peace in his life, despite all the earlier fighting, she forgives him, and they fix the strain in their relationship. There was a push and pull on both sides, but since these two are really in love with each other, it all worked out. As mentioned before, these two were able to put aside their differences and make their bond tighter than ever before, but the writers weren't quite done with them yet. During a battle with Maja the Sky Witch, Rootbeerguy, now an esteemed law enforcement officer, makes a heroic sacrifice to try to save the Candy Kingdom. In the process, he unfortunately dies, and Cherrycreamsoda is devastated. She goes down a downward spiral, nightmares every night, depression, denial. The loss hits her pretty hard, and we get a whole season between Rootbeerguy's death and Cherrycreamsoda's reflection on it. So we as the audience get to feel for her that much more. It's been so long that she's gotten a relationship with Starchy of all people.
Isn't there an expiration date to this grieving thing?
I don't think it works that way.
She's trying to move on, but how could she? How could you ever move on from the person who was literally made to be your husband? During a heartfelt scene, Cherrycreamsoda does attempt this, the impossible. If her and Starchy are ever gonna work out, she's gonna have to get over him. She has to say goodbye to Rootbeerguy.
Goodbye, Rootbeerguy.
Cherrycream returns home, returns to her new normal life. Rootbeerguy is behind her. Her other half is gone. Until he's not, and he shows up at her door unannounced. To say that she's floored would be an understatement. When she awakes, she's hit with a wave of emotions, from pity to anger to sadness and remorse. Ultimately, she decides that she's moved on and that things are better off without them being together. Elsewhere, Jake gives one of the best pep talks I've ever heard to a depressed Rootbeerguy.
I am?
Run back and tell her all the stuff you've been telling us. Maybe you can pick up from a place you haven't been yet.
Jake's words may be simple, but hear me out for a bit. Many other shows would have just had Rootbeerguy and Cherrycreamsoda get right back together. You know, the whole restore the status quo thing. But no, Adventure Time carves its own path with these cliches by having these two start off together in a different place as different people.
I don't know you anymore.
Okay, take care of yourself.
I said I don't know you, but I'd like to. Would you like to go on a date?
Yee! I mean, yes. This is weird, right?
Well, we've never actually dated before. We got married so fast.
Let's take it slow this time around.
One date at a time.
Now I'd like to say thank you to anyone who watched this video all the way through. Please check out all my other Adventure Time videos, and if you're generous, please check out the rest of my channel. Also, please comment down below and let me know what you thought about Rootbeerguy and Cherrycreamsoda. They're my favorite ship in Adventure Time, and I just had to make a video about it. But anyway, Dreaded Patrick out.